Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission.
I wanted to ask you this. What happens, Paul, when a church sows financially, maybe even an individual, sows financially and prayerfully into the mission field and then even goes a step beyond on a short-term mission trip? Can you tell me about a particular church that has been radically transformed by participating in the missions calling in this way?
You know, I could tell you about so many. I could tell you about churches I pastored and how I saw the impact happen. I could tell you about pastors I interact with on a regular basis. There's one, however, that immediately comes to mind and is just such a great story. It was a church in Texas that had not been very engaged in mission work and felt that they needed to really step up in that regard. And so they ended up on a mission trip down in the Americas and serving with one of our teams. And the pastor went, the associate pastor went, some of the other church members went, and the Lord started a fire in each of them. They came back home. That fire caught in the church. Just not this past group of missionaries who finished last Friday, who we commissioned and sent out, but a group before that, just a few months ago. The pastor of that church was in that group. The Lord used that experience to call him to the mission field. And so he went through the appointment process with the IMB. He's now deployed overseas. The associate pastor, the Lord got a hold of him. He's answered the call, and he's going through the process as well. So they're having to find other leaders of the church to step up and care for the congregation. And there's a plan for transition and handoff there. But here's a church that was virtually doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's now losing their entire staff
to
Great Commission work as missionaries. And the church couldn't be more excited.
Yeah.
Because they've come to understand this is why we're here.
Yeah. Well, especially in a place when we are permeated with access to the gospel, you're not losing someone to the mission field. You're being blessed to release them into a greater dimension of kingdom extension. And you still have backups, right? You still have plenty of people who are able to help lead the church. That's a powerful story. And I'm sure it's one of many, many more that you can tell me about.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.